So we're going to take a look back at tree diagrams in case you forgot. Remember, a sample space is the set of possible outcomes. You can represent this in a list, a table, or, as we focused, tree diagrams. Tree diagrams are just a way to represent your sample space, and they look very similar to a family tree. Also remember that you can use the counting principles of multiplication, and you can multiply all the possibilities. That way you know how many possible outcomes there are. This is just one of the other ways besides counting up the options from the tree diagram. So let's take a look at an example. Okay, so we want to know what are the possible outcomes when rolling a 6-sided die and flipping a coin. Find the sample space by creating a tree diagram. So the first thing we need to figure out is what are our options when flipping a coin. So we know the two options are heads or tails. So this is for the coin. Okay, then we can look at the die. So our options for rolling a die, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all the possible outcomes of rolling a die. We also have this for if we were to flip a tails. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the possibilities of rolling a die. So, to figure out our total number of outcomes, we're simply going to count. If we count over here, we've got 6 options. If we count here, we've also got 6 options for a total of 12 possible outcomes. So remember, we can ask ourselves, what is the probability that we will flip a heads and roll a 2? Well, how many times do you see the combination heads 2? We see it 1 time out of 12, so 1/12. Also, we could answer questions such as, what's the probability that we will flip a tails and roll a even number? So we can look down at the tails, and we know 2, 4, and 6 are even numbers. So that's 1, 2, 3 out of 12 total options, which simplifies to 1/4. All right, let's look at one more example. At a picnic, you can choose. Hopefully that helped.